Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a picture in this beautiful book that I had just did a video on a little while ago. Petra's book here. This is one of the two books I got. And I really like this picture here. And I figured since it's small enough, single flower, there isn't any, other side of the page here, so I can leave it on this side. Thought I would go ahead and check it out, see if I can do it. I've got my Museum Aquarelle from Caran. I'm going to use a couple of the purples, a couple of the blues. I'm going to kind of do a bluish iris here. These are bearded irises. So kind of a purpley bluish kind of yellow colors. I mean, it's going to have a bunch of colors in it. I love these flowers. I can't really grow them. I tried growing them once. The squirrels eat the bulbs. So yeah, I'll have one colored. How's that? Now, I haven't really used these pencils very much, so this is going to be a first for both the book and the pencils. So here I have Ultramarine Violet, and I'm just going to put it down the book and hope for the best. The color is going to be a lighter color down in this area, kind of going upward, and then darker at the tips, but I want to get some of this coming up and then just a touch coming down on the sides. So we're kind of hoping for the best here. I've never used watercolor in the book, but it seems to have really nice paper, so as long as I don't put too much water in it, I think I'm going to be okay. I'm thinking, I don't know. But this seems like a really pretty color. What did I say it was? Ultramarine Violet. It goes down really nice on this paper, so hopefully it will activate really nice too. So I hope you're all doing well. We are kind of hunkered down today. We're getting snow. So it's one of those. We're going to get snow for a couple of days. Kind of weather we're having. It'll amount to something, but I don't think it's going to be gigantic, which is kind of nice. And then the weather people here will either be right or wrong on their guessing on all this. But they say we can get anywhere between, and I always like that part, anywhere in between 1 to 18 inches of snow. I just kind of go, well, where's the 1 and where's the 18? I'd like to stay in the 1, but who knows. So I'll find out when I wake up tomorrow morning if it decided it's going to just continue this all day and all night, or if it's just going to do a little bit and stop. But kind of says 100% snow for the rest of the day and the night. So that's what we're dealing with. It's just what we call flurries right now, where it's coming down, but it's not sticking to anything. And it's funny where I live. We get, I was used to when I lived in a different place, that it would be 32 in order for it to snow, because it had to be freezing. But I lived closer to the water. And here, I live closer to the mountain, we'll put it that way. So it can snow here when it's like 37, 38. Just comes out of the sky. So it really doesn't matter what our temperature gauge is. Can you see me doing all this? I'm just putting a very light layer of this color down. It's a really pretty color. Just kind of putting it on the edges of all the petals. Probably should activate it with water. Maybe I'll just color with these. Okay, well, let's see. Water brush. Do I have one that has water in it? Oh, I don't want that one. Hold on a second. Okay, I have the Pentel brush. I know it looks dirty, but I've used it for everything, ink and everything, just testing it for water. And then we're just going to touch these and see how they activate and work here. It's going to be really light. It is really, really light color, but it's pretty. I'm going to put some dark in here too, but I just wanted to make sure that I put some light in here first and see how it worked in case I really want to mess up the book too much. Don't want to mess up the book at all. It's too pretty. Okay, now we have kind of a light purple going on there. And it's wet, so I don't think putting another color right on top of that is going to be the best idea. So we will put it on this board here and scribble some of that down. This is Violet 120. This was 630. Okay. Now let's see. Should have a scrap paper here. No, it's darker. I'm going to pull you down just a little bit. I'm going to put some of that light there too next to it, just in case I want to mix some of that together. Okay. I'm just going to add a bunch of water over here too so I can dip into it. So, whoa, that was bright. Like I said, I'm not used to these yet. So have you guys gotten a lot of snow where you're at? I know a lot of people did get a ton of it. I don't mind it if I'm not going out of the house. I'd like to walk in it, but I don't like driving in it. It's not that I'm a bad driver or anything. It's some people just forget how to maneuver their car when it snows, because it doesn't do it very often around here. Not too bad. Considering I don't do this very often. Just kind of trying to get the darkest in the dark areas. And on the tips, and then lighten it up going up. I think I'll be going in with pencil after I get this on. Add a little more water on that pellet. Oop, that's a little too much. Oh, don't know if you can see it there. Sorry. Okay, put some more of that light color down. Sorry. Just playing around with the color. Okay. The light color in here. I like using the brush the other way, but there we go. Okay. A little of it in here. I'm going to bring some yellow in here too. Okay, so far we have a purple blob. How dry are we? Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, yellow is going to be lemon yellow and a mix of yellow. It's just those two tones I liked. So I'm just going to scribble them over here. I'm going to mix them together on the palette. So you can't even see the palette. You can see my arm real good. Sorry about that. I can't move it. It won't come up off the desk. So I just put the two colors down and I'm going to mix them here. And just so they come up to be that color. I'm going to throw a little in here. A little on here. Get more water on that. Thin it out a little bit. A little on this side. And a little on the other side. Probably up in here area. Maybe just a touch up in here. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit of a, let's turn it, then you can read it, Primrose, which is just kind of a cream color. And get some water over there. And we're going to bring some of that down. And up. And then I'm going to let this dry. I'm kind of basically putting the primrose over everything that is white, just so it's not white. Then we'll have to put a little more purple on these little guys down here. go. Maybe just a little shadow under here. Okay, we are going to let that dry, and then we'll come back with some pencil work. So you'll have to hold on a minute. Okay, I picked out some colors. And I tried to find this really pretty, what they call Ultramarine Violet, very, very soft purple. But I couldn't find one in a Caran Pablo, so I went to the Holbeins and found Wisteria, which is pretty darn close. So I also got Pansy, which is kind of a bluer color. I got Persian blue, and I got the thing that I got closest enough to violet. And for the yellow, I got out the Dandelion. And for the Primrose, I got out Sand. So those are the colors I'll be using to shadow in the flower. It's mostly dry. It feels pretty dry. It, if you're wondering about buckling, does have a little buckle here and there, but I mean it's a blank page on the other side, so it is not going to bother me. Go in with, sorry, the Wisteria. And we're just going to lay that down. Oh, wow, doesn't that go on pretty? Sorry. Goes right on top of that. Blends. It's almost like the perfect color for that. When I should get out of white too. We're going to darken those tips up a little bit. I raised the camera so you can see because I'm going to be jumping all over the place. Sorry about that. So I'm using this pencil lightly. But I want to get some of that down. In here. I'm just kind of following the lane the veins would go in. So you just kind of pull it down, follow the way it goes. Doing it very lightly because we still want to see the kind of the light, delicate look of it. It's going to get darker around the edges, but we want that light. You can always try to take it out with an eraser, but I don't know. Okay. Okay, we're going to go in with the violet. We're going to darken down in this area. I'm not going to bring this up too far. But we want to get that tip a little darker. I like these colors. So all of these are going to get a little darker on the tips. They're going to get a little blue in them. They're going to get a little of the cream in it. The yellow is just meant for the center part, where you'll have all your pollen and fun stuff the bees like. Okay, we're just going to keep going around until we get all that colored at the tips. And then down from the other side. And up here, we're just darkening all those really dark areas. Get a nice deep shadow with that. It's a real pretty color too. Put it right over the yellow, because the yellow doesn't need to be too bright. But I really want it underneath that. Pretty heavy. Same over here. Up in here. And on the tips. Okay. A little more work on this side. And it's going to be darker underneath this one, so we want to darken that up a little bit more. Okay. Just wherever there's a dark line, we're just going to put a little more pressure and get it darker. All right. Then we're going to go in with a tiny bit of, what do we got here? It's called Pansy. I pulled it out because I like the name. It's going to add a little blue down in here. Want to get it on the tips and then pull it into the purple. So I'm going to go all the way around the edges and do that. Underneath the shadows, especially in the darkest spots. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to add some of that sand in here. Just add it around the center. Pull it down a little. add a little of that color around for lightness and dimension, because we're going to add another color on top of that. I need to add some purple under here. This one really twists. Okay. Okay, then we're going to get out some white. And I need to sharpen this. I'm going to use the Prisma white. Just because I'm more used to the Prisma white. The Holbein white is really nice too. I had to put a little purple on these. Should have some purple on that. I'm just gonna quickly bring some of that more up into the petals up here. Going over the sand. Just getting some more of that light purple up into the flower petal. Okay, this petal confuses me. Then we're just gonna throw in some white, pull some of that color down, and get our highlights a little higher. Oops, sorry. And down in here, we want to bring some of that up. This just kind of smushes in with all the color. Gives us a nice little bit to pull up. Gonna have to put a shadow under that one. Okay, just keep going until you like what you've done. And if you don't like what you've done, you can always go back in and add a little bit more of the dark colors. I'm going to turn this so I have a better angle here. Okay, turn it back around. Okay, I'm going to pull in a little bit of the Persian blue into these dark areas It just adds another color in there. It's a little darker. Sorry about my watch. It's giving me notifications, so okay, that one got a little bright, so I'm just going to take the white and knock it down a little bit. There we go. And a little up in this area up here too. Just over here and there. Just gives your eyes something else to look at. Okay, then go back in with the violet. Darken anything you want to darken. I didn't put any white over here, did I? Okay. Yep, so that's the wrong color. Violet there. And then we're going to put a little shadow in here, so we can do that one of two ways. I can either smush it or I can put a little gray in there. I think I'm going to get a little bluish gray if I can find one, which I'm pretty sure I can. Holbeins got a lot of different colors. How about lavender blue? That might be pretty. What is this one? Horizon blue. I don't know. We're just playing. We're going to put some color in here. I want to put a little bit of a shadow, so we're just going to color over this area here and bring it down into the center here and up. So I'm just trying to get it to have a little bit bluer look there. Then we're going to take in the horizon blue, which is almost a greenish color, and add that into the center and pull that out too onto those. And maybe I'll add a little of that in here for like a more transparent look into those colors. It's kind of cool. Little blues, little purples. It looks really pretty on the page. So I'm really not following, you know, anything other than I wanted it dark on the edges and lighter on the center. So I'm going to lighten this little blue bit with a little bit of the white, just so it softens it up a little. Touch those tips of that, those tips up here, keep those white. And one down in here somewhere. Okay. I noticed I didn't do the stem down here, and I didn't get it too close up here, so we're gonna have to darken that edge up there. Do that with a little blue. There we go. Go over it with the purple, the violet. There we go. Okay. I gotta do the stem in green. Don't know if I should watercolor that or... Yeah, might as well. We'll just get out some greens here and put them on this. Get my brush out again. So what color greens? Just regular greens. What are greens? What do I got? Light olive, 40%. It's pretty light. Do we have a dark olive? Got Chromium Oxyde. That'll work. And we'll get those. Put a light color on this side. And just get one light and one dark, I guess. One side light, one side dark, so that's what I'm going for. So we'll do dark on this side. Just kind of blend it in. Down here. Not much water in this brush. Come on. Let's get a little more on you. There we go. Darker up here. There we go. I think that works. I don't know what color the stem of these flowers are, so being green, it's green, right? There we go. We'll throw a little blue and just darken that under there and up here. All right, so there we go. I think that turned out rather pretty. Let's see if we can get just a tiny bit more purple down along the edge here. Just going in the purple that I had, the violet, and adding it just right on top of all this. The dark. And a little under here. Need to really add a little shadow down here, so I'm just going to take that, run it down. And right around there too, underneath that side. There we go. Okay, I'm going to call that. I don't think it turned out too bad. Maybe a tiny little Posca in some of those. I don't know. It really needs it. And if I can get this one to work. So we'll find out. I'm going to grab a piece of paper here. Yeah, I don't think that one works. Try this one. Okay. So with the Posca, I was just going to add a little here and there if it... I don't know if this one will work. There we go. Just a little in here. Every now and then. There we go, just something like that. So I will work on that and then I'll take a picture of it. I'm not going to do a background, I'm just going to leave it as is a flower on here. So I'll take a picture at the end of the video. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had a little fun. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye now.